Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Venusian Day. We are going to do a quick pull. It is my lunch break. I missed the morning pull because I was doing something else before I could, I went to my calls on my break. Anyway, we're going to do the angel number deck. I also have my African gods oracle, also my African goddess oracle, and then we're going to use the Orisha tarot. Just feels like a theme we're doing here today, right? So I'm trying to stop moving because it's floor. Anyway, let's do our angel number for the day. Hope everyone's having a good day. It's a very beautiful day. It is 80 degrees here. They're trying to become AC on. I want to do it. All right. Angel number for today is going to be 333. It says this is about support, expansion, inspiration, confidence, connection, purpose, and mastery. Focus inward now. Perfect the skills you have, uncover new talents, and unleash your creativity. Embrace your inner artist. Expressing yourself will enhance your self-esteem and solidify your purpose. Your unique abilities can have a positive impact on your community. Word. And we're going to start with the African goddesses, because ladies first. This one, it comes out is Sache. It is grounding. And she is beautiful. That is the number 3. You may know great ancestor Sache as Sarchi or Sarah Bartman, the woman forced to perform as the Hottentot Venus in 19th century London. But before that, she was Sachi, a Coquin girl in South Africa who deserved better. I know I am butchering these names. But her guidance is to protect your magic. Your heart is your own. Your body is your own. Your mind is yours. Your truth and story are your own. Be rooted in your truth. Create healthy boundaries. Word. Goddess declaration, I am firmly planted and deeply rooted. And now we're going to go into African Gods Oracle by Diego de Oposi. Beautiful. All right. So number 6. I am loving. I know it's gonna be so random right now, but for this to be a 3 card, this to be a 6 card. Today is the 6th of March. Anyway, it says stubbornness only brings unnecessary wars. Let's see what he has to say. Okay. This is a negative aspect. Stubbornness only brings unnecessary wars. With so much stubbornness, which you call persistence, and I do, you need to be careful that pioneering power that bursts out of you does not turn into harmful pride, which will lead nowhere. Resistance to admitting your loss, your natural reaction is to respond to everything and everyone with arrogance and authoritarianism, which needs to be controlled. For this reason, the answer and solution to your anguish lies in learning to ask for and accept help. Observe the examples of those who have already been where you are today and listen to the advice of those who care for you. It's better to be safe than sorry. Otherwise, it won't do to repeat your tireless motto, it wasn't me. The meditation says, while no one grows up without struggling, do I have the courage to sincerely face myself and admit that I may be pursuing a lost cause, choosing to suffer instead of realizing that sometimes it's better to retreat. So we are looking towards, I guess, somebody else for a recommendation, a solution, or like say you have something you want to do and you're just being so stubborn, to where you're not actually getting anywhere. Even though it might be your truth, you still need to be considerate. Well, I don't know about be considerate. You need to consider maybe other people's opinions about something. See what Orisha has to say. Majesty. It's my favorite color. Oh, okay. Hello. We have 3 cards that came out. I have the Star. I have the Moon. And the Knight of Swords. Now this deck doesn't always feel like the other decks when I use it, because I feel like they have different messages. Like, you know, the Star, you might give them back to yourself or whatever. But I feel like this is taking the river of knowledge or acceptance and using it, like not just getting the water, but appreciating the water, like knowing that the river flows, and it is, that could be your creativity. That could be what you're coming to the water to receive. There is also the Sun out here. But then I have the Moon, which is usually secrets and darkness. But this to me feels as if we have something that needs to be let out of us. And I feel like it's a trapped bird in our soul that is ready to soar. But it is somehow not being able to fly. So even though they are both, they're opposites, but they're the same. So you're coming to the water to get your creativity or inspiration, and you need to be grounding. But also that's because we want to let this inner bird in us fly. So it can be, you gotta let me fly, Captain. So, so it needs to be freed, and so it can do what it wants to do. This will require you to recognize some truths that you may have been ignoring, some truths that are trying to come in and being stubborn about. And that's why that bird is stuck, because you're not accepting something, right? Page of Swords. You are ignoring something and not having that, like you're still learning about something. So you definitely have to start from the very beginnings, like the very beginning of something. You want to create or do what you're going towards, which it will require you to be rooted. So you might have to meditate, do a meditation, but you will have to go into the scholarly part of learning about what you want to do. You can't just jump into it. And that brings me to this card again, because you have the pails here waiting for the water, but you're not quite gathering the water yet. And that's because you have something to learn first. 3 of Cups. You are going to need to consider the advice of others. Don't be so stubborn about it. Don't be so persistent about it. When you go to learn, make sure you're open to receive, right? This empty plate is only going to be filled by the person who's bringing you food. So you are going to need to be served the information because you don't have it. Bottom of the deck, because my time is running out, and I hate that because I feel like there's more. Yes, and once you get to, when you start that learning and you actually figure out how to move forward, you're going to come into that fortune that's going to be really good for you. This one is the 4 of Swords. We are going to have to keep something close to our hearts. There's going to be this, I don't know, it feels like it feels like you have to break something down in order to build it. See how this, like the machete is breaking down this tree so that you can build this ladder to get to your fortune. Oh, I don't know if that makes sense, and I feel like I have to stop it. Anyway, yeah, so I feel like while you're also doing that, it's kind of like you're doing the work to build the ladder, but it's still on fire. So you're putting in a whole lot of work, and you are going to have to start over eventually. Something has to be redone over and over again until you are actually at this phase of complete learning, and you get to have that fulfillment on your plate. Right? Right. I don't know. I gotta go. My time is up. 10 minutes ain't enough. This is why I record regular and then post it, and maybe long videos, because that's it though. So thank you for being here. Know that you are loved. Bye.